Greetings and salutations to all you folks out there. It has been a while since I've done a dedicated YouTube series, but a while ago, Roey shot me a copy of this game called Shortest Trip to Earth, and I was having such a fantastic time with it that I thought that it would be a really good game to kind of, I don't know, bring you guys along. We can learn a few things, we can have a little bit of fun along the way, and this game is very random, so some good times are sure to be had. Now, to be clear, I have deleted my save file on this game and we're starting fresh from the beginning with none of my achievements and earnings from previous runs and all that kind of stuff, so it could be a little bit of a fresh experience, but I have put a fair few hours into this game, so I do know kind of what's going on. But for anybody starting their first run, definitely do the tutorial because it gives you a free ship if you do, and you get a couple of bonus fate points, which we'll use in just a second. And then I would highly recommend starting on challenging mode, which is what we're going to do. It is not instant death on 0 HP. It starts reducing the maximum HP of your ship instead. And when you don't have the benefits of previous fate points that you're bringing along for the ride, you're just gonna have a bad time on hardcore mode. So we're gonna start fresh off the bat at the closest start with the default ship. The nuke runner is close to the same type of thing, a lot of similar stats on it, but that second ship will take at a different time. So this one is going to be with the Tigerfish. Now, what are these fate points that we're all discussing? Well, fate points are things that you collect on your previous run if you're starting a new one. And since we're starting fresh, we have 31 points for the first sector bonus, first run bonus of 5 to get us started. And you use that to buy all kinds of little upgrades for your ship. Now, this is your crew listing over here. You've got a few bots, 3 gunnery bots, a servo. This guy can repair and fight reasonably well. Super high HP bot that doesn't really take fire damage, so this guy is super survivable and very useful, and that's going to be one of the first things that we pick up as a second one of those guys, because we're going to only take 4 crew members in with us. There are more available in this tree, but we're just going to run the 4 because that is by far the most sustainable option. The other thing that we definitely have to get for this ship is the reactor replacement, the industrial lasers upgrade, because this literally makes your beamers twice as good, and an upgraded shield. This is going to make your ship so much more survivable, it's not even funny. Also, Tiger Paw nuke, because this ship has some really unique nukes that we'll take a look at that are just top notch. They're key to survivability, so we're going to grab another one of those. I'm also going to get another gunnery drone because we're relying on drones. And then my remaining points we're going to put into ship upgrades. This is going to be accuracy plus evasion. We're going to do deflection, which we'll talk about as we're doing the run. We're going to do evasion, and I'm going to tick up my max HP by 1 point. So this way our ship is a whole lot more survivable as we move through this. And I'm just going to launch right in here. Malfunction in our ship's warp drive has landed us in deep space. Oh noes. Stranded away from all possibility of refueling. Well, we're just gonna dive on in here and we're gonna set up our first ship as best we can. We definitely may want to optimize. And then we've calculated the shortest route back to Earth. The journey goes through 10 sectors of mostly unexplored space with an one-way warp gate on each end. So you may notice immediately some similarities to another game called FTL, which I'm sure you've never heard of ever, right? This is kind of like FTL Pro mode. You've got lots of resource management. You've got lots of different systems and intricacies built in that you need to take significantly more care of, but the premise is mostly the same. Like if you played a bit of FTL, you'll know about where to start. But again, for that specific mechanics help, I would definitely do the tutorial before you start. So we're going to save our preset for the leafy green over here, which is our sustainability mode, because everybody's in cryo sleep. We're all good. Oh, the only thing we need to do, let's turn off. Let's see, we're 1 power here. Is that gonna Yes. Okay, we're 1 power short. So we're going to turn off the rocket launcher, and we're going to save that again, because we need our sensors online so we can actually see what on earth is going on. Then we're going to hop back over to the ship and just finish the rest of this setup. We've got our spare nuke in there. We've got a point defense. Yeah, everything looks pretty good. I don't need to buy anything necessarily. So we're going to decryo our crew. They all hop out here. We're not going to be particularly concerned about all of this stuff. We're going to leave the gunnery drones on most of the things, but I need to check through my crew and see what we've got really good skills on. So best shield definitely needs to go on the shield, 100%, because that guy is going to give us nearly a second off on a recharge. So that is very, very important. The other thing we need to check into is our, well, it's very easy to see here. We've got 3 people at 2 bridge skill, which is not very high. Our bridge skill is not great. So let's go ahead and get him out of there and put one of our 2s in. Probably the least useful 2, which is going to be this guy. Yeah, he's not good for much else, so we're going to put him in there. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move this gunnery drone over here. We're going to turn off our sensors to get that power that we so desperately need back, and turn on our rocket launcher, and then this marvelous person with a 5 gunnery skill. Oh my goodness, we have 2 people with 5 gunnery. I just have a wealth of awesomeness here. Do I want to put 2 on guns? That's kind of, I don't know. Got 3. We've already got 1 that's not taken because we have 4. No, we have 3 drones. Do we only? I thought we had 4. Where's the other one? 2. There's a second point defense. I didn't see it. Okay, so 100%. We're putting the last guy with 5 gunnery skill on that turret, no doubt about it. Brink, king of not paying attention to anything literally ever. Okay, so we've got repair drones set up. Nobody on fire crew currently, but we can pull somebody off of something else when that need arises. So this looks pretty good. I think that this is set. So we're going to save this as our combat preset, and this is our warship, and this is our flighty get the hell out of here ship. So let's go ahead, take a look at the star sector that we got going on now that we've got everything done. You'll notice that we're only consuming 5 organics per astronomical unit traveled, I think is generally what they're saying there. So this would be 8 fuel, 1 organics to travel to this planet. You want this number to be as low as possible because you're expending resources to travel. That can get kind of sketchy later on in the game once you get a lot of crew and you desperately need credits to repair your ship and all those things. Ecosystem on this planet seems to be a very young one. Soil does not have many nutrients, whatever. We can harvest some organics, but there's no way to do it ecologically. So typically what happens with these encounters is you can either choose to take resources now, or if you do research only and leave the young ecosystem to develop, because we don't really need organics, you get science and you get a fate point. So we've already accumulated 1 for our next run, which again is like super duper important as we move through this. No, I'm good. I'm good reading on resources. So let's go hit up some more planets. This is probably going to be a gas giant. Yup. And we've got some fuel elements. We have got loads of space for fuel, so I'm going to go ahead and harvest that. Pick up a 47. This is usually a trade-off, and I think we're going to take it this time because we can sell that fuel later if we need to. Usually when you print bots to go into the quote-unquote more dangerous part of the system, you end up trading synthetics for fuel depending on the dice roll going on in the background. And this is a pretty efficient method of converting to fuel. So picture this not so much as an encounter as just trading one resource for another. And since we had synthetics to spare, I feel like that was a good trade. This is probably going to be some meteors. No, that's a shipwreck. We might get something good out of this. Damage beyond repair, no active systems or activity detected. Several thousand-year-old shipwreck. All right, we're going to salvage this son of a gun. Worst case, we get metals. Best case, Oh my goodness, we actually found a survivor. Easily befriendable non-carbon creature. Looks like this one could have been here for the last few centuries, eating a chair or a lamp once every few years. Holy cow. Oh! Oh, this is the pet! This guy, okay, this is an awesome find. This person right here is marvelously set up to defend himself because he has quite the accurate weapon and he's able to just bring ray storms into existence, lightning like from the Emperor's hands himself, and just absolutely slaughter boarding parties. So this is an awesome pet to pick up. Absolutely no cost of maintenance, super handy. So yeah, welcome aboard, fine little fellow. I love his name too. His name is Bzr, which I guess is probably close to the sound that he would make. Oh, hold on. That is an SOS beacon. This is the advantage of flying around in your solar system that you are currently inhabiting. SOS recording audio only. Rat Imperial battleship reporting attack by unmarked warships. So let's investigate the area. There will usually be like one or two things around and you kind of have to decide if you have the fuel to expend to go and explore for these kinds of things, because sometimes they give you things. Systematic close-range scan reveal the battlefield with clouds of technical debris remaining, the remains of a battleship and its attackers. So we get a couple little resources, but the thing I'm more interested in is this biotech artifact. Now, this is your ship asteroid defense bonus. That's something else I should probably mention. We'll talk about it later, because this system doesn't have any. So we're just going to store this for right now, and we may or may not make use of it later. Right now I don't have any spare power, and to activate this takes one, so we definitely don't want to actually hold this in an active slot for right now. We're just going to leave that be. But yeah, upgrading your sensors is a good idea because it gives you a larger ring around your ship that you have visible, and it then takes less fuel to fully explore a solar system, which can be quite handy indeed. All right, trace amounts of harvestable fuel elements, low risk of accidents. We're probably not going to get much out of it, but if it's a smooth operation, oh my goodness, we actually got 100 out of that. That was a tremendous dice roll on that one. You usually don't get too much out of those. Ooh. A powered down warehouse on a nearby moon during the mission. The main storage unit is empty, but there's a freezer room full of unhealthy snacks and low quality beer. So we can take all the food, we can take half the food and leave some, or we can respect property and leave. Now, this is going to boost our crew's impression of us. If I've never had it happen, but my understanding is that it's possible for the crew to mutiny against you. I don't know that this is actually a thing, but there's a respect mechanic. I don't want to tempt fate. But anyway, we can up our relationship with our crew, or we can take some food. And I think with this one, we actually get a fate point. And again, we're not too bad off on organic, so I think we're just gonna, yep, there we go. Ship AI commends your ethical integrity, and we get a fate point. So yeah, I think that's a pretty good choice. And lastly, in this system, let's hit up a store. We've collected all the resources we can, so we should just have a look-see at the wares. Couple of ECM turrets. These increase your evasion, which makes your opponent's weapons far less accurate as they're trying to target you. Once we get into combat, I can actually show you what that means. And then, ooh, this is important. We have a sensor. That one costs 150. It is 35 RU planetary detection, 18 local, and ours is 320. I don't actually care about the planetary detection. I'm more interested in the immediate vicinity range, and we have a higher range on our current sensor, so that is definitely not worth the upgrade. We've also got cryo sleep. We're not running any crew right now, so I don't think that's a huge deal. This I definitely want, though. This is a firefighter drone, and we would love to have a firefighter drone on board because currently we have no one fighting fires. Oh, that is going to be super useful. This engine, that's one of the things that I love about this ship. It's the starter ship, but it has a ridiculously good kit from the get-go. And honestly, you're probably not going to find a better option until like the 4th or the 5th system, unless you get really lucky. We've got no damage, so we're not going to worry about that. Oh, speaking of damage, I need to turn this off. We are not going to repair ship with metal. It costs 30 to 40 metal, depending on the break type or the damage type, to repair this with metal. And it only costs 25 credits at a store. And you always are able to buy and sell metal for 1. So what that means is you basically get a, well, divided by 6. Brink is no good at math. What is that, 17-ish? It's 17% less expensive to repair at a store by selling metal and then repairing your ship, as opposed to using the metal directly. So you only want to have this on in emergencies. You want to leave it off, so you don't just burn your entire metal supply by accident. Now, we're only burning 5 organics, so I'm actually going to sell. This way we have lots of room in storage for picking up more organics to sell along the way, because, yeah, it's an eco game. To eco horse successfully, you must maximize your credits. You got no exotics to take care of, synthetics, metals. We're just gonna leave those alone for right now. We don't need to do anything with that. While we're here, though, I would like to heal up my bot here. We're probably gonna have to power a system down. Yeah, we're stalled. Okay, so power that system down, and then this bot also is damaged slightly. We're gonna want a better drone repair when we can, because this thing burns 20 synthetics per repair point. It hurts my soul to even think about to repair these bots, but we don't want to lose a bot. I would rather have them full HP. But yeah, you're gonna want a drone repair, and eventually you're gonna want a medical bay as well, in order to take care of your people. So let's hit the road again. We're gonna go out to our sector view and see what we got. So we've got 2 planets unvisited and not a whole lot of anything going on this way. Let's go to the trade signal. Now there is a fleet down here. Let's see if we can see what that fleet is. By the way, your warp map, yes, that is a enemy. I don't want to... You know what? We're going to engage it. We're going to preload our Oh, nope. That was the wrong button. Brink almost on with the misclick there. Okay. We're going to load our combat settings, and then we are going to jump to this sector. And you'll notice when I was mousing over it, looking in the regular view. Oop, here we go. And there he is. Single medium-sized Rat Empire ship, and we are ready and raring to go. I want to engage this ship. If you're low on HP, you can try to bribe them, but we're all in for this. I am gonna go for it. And of course they got reinforcements. Let's pause for a second and we'll take a look at their weaponry and see which of these ships is more dangerous. But yeah, on the star view, you saw it took 86 fuel to cross the void. You can fly anywhere on the map in the entire sector just with your main engines if you want, but if you're outside a certain range and you don't have enough sustainability modules to actually make a trip profitable, then you want to warp jump, because it just burns 50 fuel like that with the stock engine, and then you are flipping into the enemy system. No problemo. All right, this guy is quite feisty. He's got a triple incendiary cannon, which is... Our point defense is pretty good. I don't think this is actually going to hit us. We're more concerned about the lasers. So he's got 2 fast fangs. And then this guy has another incendiary cannon, which is going to be firing off... it's not going to be firing lockstep with this cannon because they have different timings. But this guy has another fast fang laser. No warp drive, so this guy is not going to be able to escape from us. Now, on this side, we've got 15 shielding, 22 HP. This side is 1766. So I think what we need to do is we need to attack this ship first, because this guy can do more potential damage to us. So we're going to flip through our weaponry and see what our accuracy is. This box is what I was talking about with our ship evasion stat. Now, when you're mousing over, the lasers and other weaponry, from what I understand, have basically an even chance of hitting anywhere inside this square. So if we target here, we have a pretty good chance of hitting the laser, but part of the square is also off the ship sides, which means that we could potentially miss the ship entirely. So if we go like here, we can hit the laser, but we also entirely have the square on the ship. So if we miss the laser, we still hit something useful. But what I want to do is I want to hit this, because we have a chance of taking out the point defense, an energy reactor, and the laser, which is just such a good target. We're actually going to do 4 on this. And then my rocket launcher, which is, as you can see, a fair bit more accurate than the others. We're going to aim at the other reactor, because if we can take out both of these, most of the energy for the ship is going to go down. At a minimum, he'll lose the shields. And then if we can also kill this micro reactor, we'll leave the ship dead in the water. We may actually kill his HP before that becomes an issue. And there go our shields. I didn't actually give it time to load the shielding back up before we entered combat, which is kind of a mistake. We're going to lose a little bit of HP, but that's okay. I'm going to pause again here. You can see we've already lost power here because we did the damage to this reactor that we wanted to. It's also down at 3 HP, which is super nice. Okay, we killed this reactor. Let's go ahead and aim our more accurate weapon at the micro reactor in the back. And I'm actually going to center this one on here. I want the maximum possible chance of killing this. And this laser is going to totally miss us. This one is definitely going to connect. Our bridge is down, but I think we're fine. We've got most of our essential systems manned, which is, woo! We evaporated that guy. All right, let's turn on the other guy. Let's do centered on... Let's do centered between the reactors and the weaponry. Try to take this guy offline as quickly as possible. If you have an individual crew member on each weapon system, they will continue operating even if the bridge goes down. But if you don't have personnel, bridge goes down, your ship is basically dead in the water. So you definitely want to have people on your critical weapon systems. All right, cool. We managed to lose 9 HP in that, which is not great, but we definitely made out with enough resources that this was worth it. Okay, so bridge duo. That is the same bridge we have, so we don't need it. Scrap that. An ESM multi-container. That is super important because we need more metal storage. So let's replace that. And then we have an incendiary cannon. Now, I would highly encourage trying all of the weapon types, but since I've tried a lot of weapon types, I can tell you that this weapon system is not as good as this one. So we're going to leave our rocket launcher, the industrial missile platform, online, and just put this one in storage. If we run out of ammo... Oh, right. It's giving me more text because this is the first playthrough. So this is a dialogue box I've actually not seen in quite some time. It seems the sector's been claimed by the Rat Empire. Greedy little mammals who are nice, as long as you pay. Would you like to see my database summary on their civilization? You know what? We'll go through it. Rat Empire civilization is organized as a system of social and resource inequality. Egalitarianism is ridiculed, and organizing everything into pyramidal hierarchies is highly praised. Rat military doctrine focuses on incendiary bombs, Gatling guns, and general brute force firepower, which makes them very strong, by the way, because all of these things bypass shields. Because the rat corporations that produce these keep bribing the rat generals. Their technology is inferior compared to ours, but perfectly capable of besting ships like me in combat. All right, cool. We've got all of that done. Our ship is a little banged up, but we're no worse for wear. As you can see, we've got integrity damage that's in here. Minor integrity damage is not too much to worry about. If you see one of these that's super shiny, that means it is probably going to start a fire in your ship, and you probably want to repair that on the spot. But we're not in that situation right now, so there are no worries. Now, the reason my shield went down before I went into the last combat is because I have a different pilot saved between my two presets. So we need to go to the combat pilot. This is the guy that needs to go into cryo. This guy needs to come back. So we're going to load this preset and watch him. Where does he go? Where does he go? Right there. All right, we're gonna pull him out. I'm gonna put him in. Then we're gonna load this guy back up. You can see the shield goes down every time I swap pilots. And that is why you do not want to have your pilot swapping, or at least all your pilot swapping, because there are multiple seats. You don't want to have that going down as you're prepping for combat, because that is the worst time to lose your shield. So we're going to resave our preset like that, and now we won't have that problem. That was, yeah, not a pleasant experience. Okay, so these are the asteroids I was talking about. Thinly spaced asteroids and very thick asteroid belt. If you fly through this, you always have a chance of hitting an asteroid, so you typically don't want to fly through thick stuff if you can avoid it, especially things like this. This is, oh my goodness, that is basically going to hit you every couple of ticks if your asteroid avoidance is not very good. And so that is where this comes in, because this gives you a 20% less chance of actually hitting an asteroid. And if you get this high enough, this avoidance, then you can fly through asteroids, no problem. Usually by the end of the game, it isn't an issue. But if you have the fuel to spare, I would definitely go around things at the start. Your engine gives you some, that's 20%. Your bridge gives you some. Well, no, actually, it might not. I don't think it does. I think that only affects evasion. But then certain weapons also do. This one does not, this one does not. But if we look at our point defense, aha, another 10%. And that one, another 10%. So yeah, you can get that reasonably low. Our ship cumulatively would have, what, 30% evasion bonus? And then we would have 50% with this enabled. And it's just another useful stat to keep in mind as you move along. Let's go check out what the space station has. Since it's labeled mercenary, wow, what a misclick. Brink, you are just on top of it today. Mercenaries probably means, yes, that we are going to have some excellent people up for hire. So these guys typically have super high gun and shield stats, or I should say. There is another 5-level gunnery, which is just so good. So good. These typically don't eat a whole lot of food. These are squid mercenaries, but you can see he has a 5 shield and gun. Currently our highest shield value, if we go over here, there it is a 3. So 5 would be a significant buff over that. He only takes 5 organics per to travel. This guy takes 7. Sometimes people take significantly more. This is a cyborg, 5 bridge skill, super good for you, but only consumes 4 organics. So this would be an excellent pickup if you're running a little bit low on food items, because you can stick someone with a higher consumption into cryo and then use this guy for just minimal, absolutely minimal impact. Any one of these 3 would be an excellent pickup. Rats they eat only a little bit of food, and they typically have balanced but low stats, and these guys are just, I don't even know. Do not know. Sometimes they're epic, sometimes they're terrible. This guy requires 17 food. Oh, he will drive you broke. But 4 stat in guns, radar, and in bridge. So yeah, some of these actually look pretty good. Let's go over to the repair zone. We've got 210 on our credits currently. So we're going to exercise our advice given before, and we're going to sell off the maximum possible level of metals. And then we're going to repair. What you want to do if you don't have enough to repair everything is you want to mark non-crew repairable damage. Because if you have damage inside the walls of your ship, then your crew can't reach it, and you can just repair that damage, leaving the internal stuff for your crew to repair later if you desperately need it. Then you can mark critical, or you can mark all. And we're going to go ahead and do all. No, No, we're actually not. I'm going to have a little faith in my piloting skills, which is obviously something that's going to get me killed very shortly because I opened my big fat mouth about it. Let's unmark all. Don't want all those annoying little wrenches all over my ship. We're going to go ahead and pick up the... let's pick up the B droid. That's 225. We'll hire him. Our food consumption is already pretty low, so I'm not super concerned about this. We're going to take him and put him on the sensors, because that is going to drastically expand. That is going to be a 50% increase in coverage range. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. That'll let us see everything from a mile away. And then I really want to pick up this guy, because... oh, no, hold on. Gunnery, shielding. Gunnery, shielding. Gunnery... let's do shielding. We need 10 more, so let's do a little bit of synthetics, just to have a little extra credits in the bank there. We're going to hire him. Now, we don't have another cryo to put him in, which is why I wanted to take the lower food value. But we're just going to park him right in this shield, and he is going to live there for all eternity, because he's going to keep that online for us. I think that'll do quite well. Death Blab. Great name. Great name for a squid. Okay, got that all set up. We will save this, and then we're going to load our combat preset so that we can redo this. Now, this guy right here was in our shield, but he's got a 2 bridge stat. So we're going to go ahead and just drop him over here. And then this guy, yeah. Typically, these have epic repair stats. This guy is less epic because his went into radar instead. Usually they have high bridge and then high one other thing. But we're going to put him on the repair crew. So now we have 3. And I think we can leave it at that. This looks pretty good. We'll save that combat preset. Excellent. Load back up. And then we can be on our way. There is absolutely nothing in this system. My goodness. Let's warp to this planet over here and see what's going on. Oh, snap. You see how much bigger this is? This is great. We wouldn't have even seen this thing before. Let's go check it out. Artificial objects, possibly the remains of a space battle. Okay, well, we have a chance of hitting mines, but I think it's worth it. Well, that's sad. Only 15 metals. Why? Why are you so tiny? Oh, there's another one. Shipwreck. Gimme that module. Seems to be a victim of space life. Half-dissolved shipwreck of a destroyer. No obvious signs of looting. Yes! Sensor system. Okay, so this guy, non-combat sensor. 360, 24, but here's the bad thing about it. It consumes 3 power. That's fine. We can shut off another laser. We'll install that. It will, of course, have to be repaired, so we'll drop 10 synthetics. And then this guy, we are... hold on. How fragile is this? Oh, not fragile at all. 10 HP. Yeah, we're not going to lose this. Famous last words. But we're not going to lose this. We're going to go ahead and scrap so we can pick up the extra materials, and then we will turn off another laser. Awesome. We desperately, desperately need another reactor back here. Like, our power situation is not great at all. All right, we'll save that so it saves the power toggle on this. Yeah, the presets, super useful. They save your power toggles, everything. It saves you so many APM when you're swapping between stuff. 35. We gotta watch that because we're now consuming 14. I might not... maybe it was not such a good decision to sell off all of those organics that we did before. Let's hit this other trade signal and then go to the exit, because I think the rest of this looks pretty desolate. I'm not... oh boy. Well, this sector is popular amongst the denizens. All right, let's load up. Give them as much time as we can for that rat fleet to approach. I'm not going to fly towards them. 2 vessels approaching. One is larger and shielded, has at least 3 weapon systems. The other is a small unshielded craft with a single light weapon. So it's kind of like the duo that we met up with before. Yeah, let's fight it out. We've actually got our shields this time. Oh, the little ship ran away. You flighty son of a gun. Left your other guy doomed to failure. All right, well, it's fine. We're gonna target 2 laser. Nah, let's do all 3. Target all 3 laser systems on this. And then our missiles, we're going to edge over just a little bit. I'm going to take the risk on those 2 edges overlapping. We're going to try to get a hit either on the point defense or on the fast fang to the upper edge of the ship. This was not saved. We need to toggle that module off. Ah! Okay, good. We shot both of those down. Point defense can take a little bit of time to shoot these down to deal the damage necessary, but... yeah, still taking no damage because we had one of them deflect off of us. That's one of the best things about this ship. Deflection value, super high. Evasion value, pretty reasonably high. And we just had a double deflect on that laser and another deflect on this one. Oh, so far we've taken literally 0 damage. I'm not even firing the rocket launcher right now to preserve ammo. Yeah, we're fine. Okay. So that dropped, we've got 2 HP left, 19 seconds on charge. Yeah, we'll definitely kill him. Oop. Nope, that was another double deflect. Good gracious, we got lucky on the dice rolls. We're gonna die next match. I used up all my good luck on this one. But we got good salvage. We got organics, fuel, a little bit of everything actually. Fate point and some modules. Let's hit that up. Ooh. Right, point defense. Okay, so 1.4 second reload is not great, but, well, no, it's not actually any better. It's worse. Oh my. No. Okay. You're trading cover radius. You're trading 1% asteroid defense for a slightly higher range on your point defense cover radius. So if I click this one, that is 13. This one is 15. And they're at kind of the same position on the ship. Ish. So what I should probably do is I should probably put the rat defense on the back. So that way it can engage more quickly at the front end. Yeah, you see the range ring go up. So now we have a little bit more time to fire another shot off the point defense. And I'm just going to go ahead and scrap this one. Do not care. Want the resources. It's a micro reactor. Yes, we can actually power all of our systems now. Not that we need to power all of them all the time, but you know, it's good stuff. All right, we're gonna save question mark. Yeah, we'll save. There's not really any reason to have this on, but at the same time, why wouldn't you? Okay, so we'll power those up. Save. Excellent. One of the reasons to do your weaponry always online is that if you miss a if you miss a combat situation and you blunder into something, your weapons will be preloading instead of you having to power them on. Can save you a little bit of time. It's not like anything massive, but if you're gonna run a system powered, it's usually better to. Let's set up a planet. Dominating plants grow enormous pods filled with oily substances. Fruit analysis indicates the fruit oil can be processed into star fuel. Well, we have plenty of synthetics right now, so I'm going to go ahead and eco-harvest, because if we do that instead of mass harvesting, I think we can grab a fate point. Let's get that up. Oh, yes. Nope, no fate point. But we did... Oh, so many organics. In addition to the fuel and 206 credits. That is fantastic. Now, do we want to hunt the warp animal? I think I get exotics if I successfully do it, but if I fail, we're going to lose a lot of armor. Let's roll the dice. I'm here to live on the edge. No, it did put up... Oh. Oof. Oof. Oh, that was so not worth. 10 hit points lost, 1 hit point permanently lost, 7 hull points, 30 ammunition, 2 fuel. We got 3 exotics, 66 metal, and 148 data. Oh, that was bad. Why do I still roll the dice? Well, we're going to take 55 for one. These, unless you need one of the other options that the trader's doing, 55 credits for an exotic is about the highest sale price you will ever see in this entire game. So always, always sell an exotic when you hit these. It's critical. You gotta have your credits, man. I'm so disappointed in that encounter. All right, let's hit up a shipwreck and then we'll go engage with this fleet. Carcass of a fuel tanker. Fantastic. Got some fuel, got some metal. Good deal. Now, I'm gonna go as close as I can. And then we're gonna load our combat preset. Give everybody a couple of minutes to get where they need to go. And then we will step into the edge of the range. Why, hello there, Rat Empire. We are going to battle you. And this time we had the opposite. They got reinforcements. All right, this guy is just an incendiary cannon. Literally do not care about him. He is not going to be able to touch us. That... No, our sensor is better than this. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, laser. We got a Gatling cannon and another fast fang. So this guy right here has the highest potential to damage us. And it's sitting right next to a point defense and the warp drive. So I'm just going to target literally all... Oh, no! I paged through too fast. We just wasted a nuke. Ah! Crap! That's a lot of resources flying away that I did not need to spend. Oh, but we set a fire in the hull and we damaged a weapon. So, I mean... We'll take less damage overall. I guess it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, you can charge your warp drive all you want. You are not getting out of here, friend. Yep. And your warp drive's dead. Oh, that is a monumental level of screw you. Oh, hold on. We've launched another rocket. This guy is... already super low HP. I wish we would have retargeted. That would have been so handy. Or actually just stopped firing altogether because, yeah, we don't want to waste our precious ammo. This is a very, very highly effective rocket platform, but it burns 14 ammo per firing cycle. It's insane. Don't want to leave that one out there. All right. We picked up two... Ooh, a shroomery. Well, then. These guys produce organics and negate the food needs of the person manning them. So if you're looking for sustainability modules, if your crew requirements start getting quite high, this is an excellent tool to use. And it's better... It's the third tier item. There's two better. There's a 4 and a 5, but they're pretty rare to come across. This is... one of the better options, so we're definitely going to store it just in case we need it later. And a printed engine, which I absolutely don't need because it's statted terribly. Let's go ahead and scrap that one. Yeah, man. All right. Looking at our resources, I think we should pop a couple of core slot upgrades. So this is going to cost us 120 metal, 100 synthetics, and 50 fuel, but it gives our ship an extra HP. Ding, which is super good. So we're gonna get 2 of those, I think. Let's keep going. We'll do 4. Yeah, that leaves us pretty good. And if you mouse over this one upgrades, you can actually see which ones haven't been upgraded yet, which is kind of a useful thing. Helps you find stuff without having to move things around and like mouse over and click on every single one to figure out what needs an upgrade. All right, back to business. We're gonna load up that preset because I do not want to burn that many organics. Yeah, we're headed for this planet. Investigating. Electromagnetic interference. Cannot see what's down there without entering the atmosphere. Well, we're not going to leave anything unexplored, so let's go for it. A famous rainbow world covered in super active semi-biological soup of various rare chemicals. Seems like a good spot for harvesting organics and possibly more. We don't need organics. Let's do science only. 8.47 Xeno data. Well, that's disappointing. Kinda wish I would have gone with the other option now. Burn the ecology to the ground! We need our resources. Nah. Collecting fate points for next time around is actually not a bad exercise, so I'm gonna keep rolling the way I'm rolling, because if we do lose this one, the extra fate points will definitely be worth it. Alright, another shipwreck. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Something tasty. Really? Really? Are you mocking me? This is not what I wanted at all. I wonder if there could be a stealth enemy here. Yep! Sneaky little bastards hiding up in there. Alright, life tasters. Hello, delicious one. Offer a bite of your crew to our finest tasters. We'll let you go in peace, otherwise we eat you. We'll secrete a slime with painkillers. It won't hurt a bit. No, we're not taking another 10 non-lethal wounds because, good lord, we're already banged up. Alright, let's fight these guys. The insectoids, oh yeah. The insectoids can be quite a pain because their ship evasion is generally quite high. And they also run very good subsystems that can be quite dangerous to us. But the advantage with this ship is he isn't running any point defense. So we can just free fire with this missile platform and there is not a dang thing you can do about it. This nuke is going to be an issue if it does get fired, but I think we'll be fine. And we've also disabled his only gun, so... Immediately after getting finished... Ooh, hold on. Turn off that. Ooh, I think K is the hotkey. Yeah, there we go. Turn that off. We are going to not expend more of our ammunition on this ship. Because we've already got his shield stripped, we've already got his reactors and weaponry disabled. We're just going to use the lasers to burn his HP down. And we will be absolutely fine. This is probably one of the least intimidating insectoid ships that you will come across. So, I'm not going to complain. I'm really hoping that we get one of the reactors off of this ship because the reactors are so good on these. We did pick up 2 modules. Good, 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 good. Nope. Well, that's disappointing. Oh my goodness, we got the nuke. This is a biotech nuke that melds ship armor, modules, and crew. I'm going to say... No, meld might be accurate. It might be melting the people into the bulwarks. There's a horrifying thought for you. Resilient body, small area of effect. Yeah, the 6 HP, 7 HP, that is the HP that the point defense has to chew through before it can actually eliminate the projectile. That is 6 damage to hull, 3 damage to components, high damage to creatures on 1 area of effect. Actually... 1 step worse, but quite similar to the nukes that we have. We're going to store that, because nukes are always a good thing to have. Now, this is an interesting component. It's 10 power requirement, which might be beyond our current means, actually. 6, so that's a 4 increase. Oh my goodness, we can exactly fit it. What? Okay, so that'll take us from... 2 armor to 3 armor, 7 shielding to 8 shielding, and it knocks a second off of our regen. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I am swapping that out right freaking now. Oh no, oh no. I had a weapon system powered down when I enabled it. Alright, we're gonna have to kind of reshuffle this slightly. There we go. 2 power to spare. By the skin of our teeth. Okay, let's load this and see what we've got. So this is now out of power, so we need to shut down our missile system and save that one. Excellent, excellent. So this guy is at 18 out of 24. This is 11 out of 14. It's enough HP. Like, you don't really need to be starting worrying too much until they get down around 9-ish, 8-ish. That's where you're in danger of actually losing a crew member to a weapon hit. So I think we're okay to keep on like we're keeping on. head back out here. I really want to go to this store though, because I need my upgrades, man. Either that or I need to sell off a bunch of stuff. Oh, snap. Speaking of, there's a 4. I don't intend to go the farming route this time around, but that is a super good pickup if you ever stumble into one of these. Definitely snag that. Let's check our crew. Not very useful. Not very useful. Not very useful. We're just gonna leave that alone. All right, organics. Let's sell off to 100 star fuel. We're about to jump to the last sector, I believe. Yeah. I probably don't need any fuel. I think we're just gonna wing it. Exotics we're gonna leave. Let's sell down to... Let's sell all of our metal, and let's sell about 1/3 of our synthetics. Confirm that one out, and that should give us enough, yes, to repair all without taking a significant dent to the treasury, which is kind of my biggest concern with this whole thing. All right, good deal. Jumping stations? No, I would not like to see how I can get more. All right, this system actually looks... it's not abandoned. I was about to speak too soon, but I did not lie. Oh, you sons of guns stabbing me in the back. At least they're weak ships. Like, we've got 1 incendiary, 1 fast fang, and then 1 incendiary. This is not bad. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna burn this ship to the ground immediately. Just multiple consecutive chain laser fire. Just take this out of commission, and then we'll focus on the other ship. We can just remove this firepower completely. I think with the shield upgrade, what are we looking at? 3 seconds per tick. Okay, so if we have 3 seconds per, this fires every 7 seconds for 2 damage to the shields. So we're just barely... Nope, we actually recharge fully in between every one. My goodness. This ship literally can't hurt us right now. Point defense shoots down the single incendiary cannon, and the shield just totally stalls the lasers. Great. Absolutely great. We can preserve our perfect armor integrity. I think we kill him next firing cycle. Yeah, definitely. So these right here, the upgraded lasers, I think the base version is 7 seconds reload time for a single beam, and then it's 9 seconds reload time for a double beam on the upgraded version. You can see why the upgraded version is 100% of the time a worthy upgrade, because if you tend to do any kind of energy build, these lasers are honestly better than any laser you'll find in the first 3 sectors. Unless, again, you roll a stupidly lucky encounter. Oh my. That is a useful... Yes, we will store one of those. I don't really have a slot to put it in right now, but if we find more resources than we can carry at any point, these multi-container FEOs are quite decent. It also gives you an extra point of armor if you get into a really tight spot. You can install a container, 10-second timer to install or uninstall during combat, but you can buy HP points with modules installed. It is quite the handy thing to get yourself out of a scrape. Ample volumes of fuel elements. Atmospheric conditions are violent, featuring massive tornadoes and occasional explosions of volatiles. Screw it. We'll do it. Oh, that was so totally not worth. Wow. That was like a 2-for-1 trade, materials to fuel. Well, sometimes you roll the dice and you get hurt, and then other times you roll the dice and you get an epic reactor. 15, no, that actually produces 10. This produces 17. So this one plus this one can be replaced by this, and then we get an extra slot. Why would you not do this thing? Let's check out the crew. Oh, this is going to be another... Yeah, that's terrible. Mercenary, epic hand-to-hand combat, 11 freaking organics consumption. That is not great at all. All right, let's see what we can sell. We can definitely get rid of some organics because we're in system and we're about to hit the exit warp gate. Let's also drop a small amount of synthetics, not a ton, but a small amount. And we're also going to drop back down to about 300 metal, which I think is, yeah, that buys us more than enough headroom. It might actually be beneficial to pick up one of these warp drives as well, because we can save 7 fuel per jump, but the power requirement is too high. Good gracious. And that's not a system we can power down. I think we're too power restricted on this ship because of the low slot count, so I'm gonna pass. This one though, oh my. Let's buy this before I get too tempted. I'm getting so excited about all of the options that we could potentially take, and I'm not that wealthy at the moment, so we need to keep our expectations in check. 572, so we need to gain 225 credits in order for this to actually work. Can we get 225 out of this without crippling ourselves? We can sell a little bit more fuel. Go down to 50 there. We don't have to jump again. We can sell a bit more synthetics. Down to 200, so that's 505. And then we can sell another, sell 75-ish metals. That's an increment of 30, so this would be a safe amount to stop at. Confirm and purchase. So this warp drive consumes 1 more power, but we just went up 1 power with the energy reactor, so that's fine. It buys us 2 hull points, and it also cuts 6 fuel burn. So yeah, 100% worth. It's also 4 higher HP, so it's less likely to die, and it's quite important that your warp drive does not die. So we're gonna run with that. Excellent, excellent. We also have a med bay, but I think we've probably already expended enough resources at this store. The shopping options, man, the shopping options are just too tempting. I'm not gonna go to the hot planet. We're going to load up our combat mode, and we are going to just hop on this warp gate here. All right, we're not going to pay the tax. We are going to question the rules. Okay, so we didn't roll an extra escort ship. This is the Rat Nemesis. A lot of the modules get rolled randomly, but this is a super nice ship to kill because it has some very tasty components that you can get. A couple nice energy reactors. It's got one of those tier 5 farming accelerated greenhouses. That is an excellent one to roll if you can. This time around though, oh, this is also a good one. Science Lab ×3, super good. This one has 3 point defenses, which is going to kind of prevent us from really effectively using our rocket launcher. That's sad. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to spend a Tiger Paw nuke, and we're going to try to burn these to the ground. And then we're going to fire all of our lasers at the other grouping. This Fast Fang laser really doesn't concern me. This is going to be, the Rat missile platform is going to be our nemesis. Hold up. Are you firing? You're firing. Stop firing. I meant to target this one. I need to swap these two because it's really messing with my mind that 1, 2, and 4 are the lasers and 3 is the missiles. This fires 3 simultaneous missile shots, but thankfully our evasion is up high enough that we do not particularly need to worry about it. So there's 1 point defense down. We need the others down before we really get too excited about firing. I'm actually going to shift over. Our nuke did not get the kill that I hoped it would, so we're just going to try with the lasers. Ooh. Nope, that was a hit. Okay, well, we have a fire. This is one of those that I was talking about. Integrity damage fire hazard. You really want to heal these up so they do not continue to cause more fires as you go. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Can point defense get that? Nope. Alright. Lifty Willy has come aboard. Let's send you. I'm gonna go and... Oh! I forgot! I had the laser pet! The laser pet to the rescue! Oh, you are such a sexy beast. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. 3 out of 7. Go! Oh! The meat shield is strong with this one. Oh my goodness, we're getting such... Ah! Come on, where's our other repair drone? Where's our other repair drone? Hello? Did you, like... Oh, there he is. Right next to it. I am blind as a bat. How are we doing? 5 HP on the main ship. We're okay. We're okay. I'm just gonna let the lasers take care of it. Next firing cycle, we are going to eliminate this son of a gun. Yes. And that is the first sector boss. We've received critical damage. Well, whatever. Okay, so that's 2 modules to our name. Give me something good. We've got an armored container for fuel and explosives, which is honestly pretty great. It'll get us more HP points if nothing else. And then we have an E-reactor. Now this guy, we're actually going to store him for now because I probably will want to keep that. Let's go to the next sector. Oh yes, we got another ship unlock. Modules found, 17, 9 fate earned, good deal. So we've actually exceeded our bonus. Even if we die immediately, we'll have more fate points on the next round. Zoom! Across the great void we go. And we've arrived. Alright, so I am going to... This sector is unclaimed by major factions. However, intergalactic travel guides warn of pirates. Usually armed with low-quality weapons, do not care too much about this because they usually want to get entire ships for themselves by killing off the crew. So lots of boarding parties. Keep point defenses online to destroy any approaching boarding shuttles. Okay, back to our cargo question. This guy provides 16 power when you're stationary, but if you're depending on an E-reactor, while you're traveling, it burns 10 ammunition moving from place to place. So if you have a reactor that's part of your module swapping plan that gets you through intense combat, 16 power is pretty damn fine for a power generator in the earlier levels. It would behoove you to keep one of these around. However, since I already have a spare 10 power Terran energy reactor that is super reliable and does not burn ammo when we're traveling, I'm going to go ahead and scrap this one, and I'm also going to scrap the other micro reactor, giving us a whopping 16 exotics. We'll do something cool with that next time around. But since we have finished a sector, I'm going to go ahead and end this video there. If you liked it, please let me know in the comments. I would love to see what you guys think of this game and what you guys think in general of maybe me tackling a couple of games in a bit more relaxed fashion just on YouTube, kind of taking advantage of personal playtime and hanging out over this way. Anyway, appreciate each and every one of you. There'll be a credit slide going somewhere here while I'm doing this sign out. Absolutely thank you to all the patrons. Thank you to everybody who watches, supports the stream, comments, shares, whatever. And I will catch you guys in the next one. That is gonna wrap everything up for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like and share it with someone. If you want to support the channel, catch the streams, or join the Discord, check out the links in the description. Thank you all for being at least partially insane, and I will see you in the next one.